Hi, could you please introduce yourself and what do you do?
Good morning, I am Sylvie Pourrat, the manager of Première Classe. Première Classe is a trade show, fashion trade show dedicated to accessories. And I'm the manager of Première Classe since 10 years, almost 10 years, here in Paris.
Great. Could you please share the challenges that you faced while setting up Première Classe, while initiating Première Classe?
Première Classe has been created almost 30 years ago, dedicated to fashion accessory designers. The idea was simple. It was to give a place to the accessory designers who had not the chance to run on the catwalk shows. Only the ready-to-wear was showing the collection on the catwalk shows and no designers of accessories. So the first challenge has been to give them a window, place to show their work. And I think that since 30 years now, almost 30 because it's just 29, but since 30 years we follow this aim, this DNA and this mission to show the designer's work before the product.
Great. And while you were initiating it, were there any strong challenges that you faced?
At the beginning?
Yes.
The beginning, it's always a challenge to start a story and you don't know where you want to go. It was a surprise. I would say the first idea was to express something very strong and very live in the heart of Xavier and Bertrand, the two owners and founders of Première Classe. And they wanted to show something and to give a place to the designers of accessories. So the first challenge was to make this possible. After, we have the curiosity to see who will be, who hunters and who was interested in seeing all these people. So we have met a lot of press. The press was really interesting in discovering the selection, and we were 30 years ago, so it was not. Today it's simple to get the information.
Easier.
30 years ago it was not the same job, so it was they would need to come and visit. So the press was the first media, very interesting in the selection. And after that, the big stores like the Printemps, Galeries Lafayette, Bon Marché, and all the international people who were in Paris for the Fashion Week, they are in Paris. So they were interesting to discover something new. And step after step by step, we have convinced them and more to come and discover the accessory designers. And I think that we have the strongest database of buyers interested in the accessory market today.
Great, yeah, absolutely.
In our hands.
Absolutely.
The strongest database, because we have all the buyers and the people who needs information about accessory.
Absolutely.
This is really the specificity that we never forget. We have never lost this position to be the place dedicated to accessories only.
Absolutely. And could you share what is the success, according to you, that makes Première Classe the most influential salon in the world today?
This, what I explain you, when you stay on your message, when you work with the intention of not disturbing what you were expressing, what you have announced, when you stay really strict with the selection, with the message, your way to work, strict and transparent also, because you explain everything. I think that I spend a lot of time explaining what is Première Classe, explaining the difference between, we have another show 1 month before this one, explaining the way to work the selection. I spend a lot of time, I would say we are consultants in accessories.
Right.
And this is very important because in each collection we receive, there is something interesting to see. And we try to focus on what is interesting, and this is our way to work and to add new values in the selection each season.
Great, absolutely. And how do you get all the buyers, not only the European buyers, for the buyers from all over the world to come to the salon?
Because they talk to each other. This
Word of
is the
mouth.
communication, and the exhibitors also are talking about Première Classe. The exhibitors, when a brand is exhibiting here, they meet buyers, and they are talking to buyers. They are inviting their buyers.
So they're in.
And so sometimes we have new buyers each time, because each time they are coming to the show and they discover the selection, and through the selection, through the exhibitors, they help Première Classe in finding new buyers all the time. And because we make also a lot of communication.
Great, great. And do you think the new technology is going to affect Première Classe?
Yeah. Yes, I think so. And the social media, the digital, etc. They are something that we are considering as new tools for Première Classe. And we are currently we have on the other side, on the other tent, like a new place, a new configuration of show. This is something that is taking part of Première Classe, Jean-Louis, but it's something that is mixing B2B, B2C, digital.
So you have a mix of everything.
Exactly. This is new technology.
Right.
And we have to improve all the time, but
Great.
we are in the
process.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself years from now? Do you have any vision?
I think that we are innovative. I think that we try to innovate and keeping also the same level of quality. So we are dealing with what we know how to do, our job since a long time. And we are dealing with a new process, and we try to make them match together. But I have in mind every day that I have to take care of this position, of this selection, of what the exhibitors will, the feedback, what they live, what they want to express. It's very important to not lose the quality and
Absolutely.
so it's a mix.
Great. Is there anything else you'd like to share? That how do you make Première
A
Classe
lot of things
one
I
of the
would like
most
to share.
influential?
I can talk about Première Classe along all the day, but no, I think it's a real pleasure to manage this show, and because it's an event, it means every season is different.
Great. And you're giving a platform to all these brands, not only European but international, to show their creations. It's amazing.
And there is
fantastic.
It's international, and we are not a French show. We are based in Paris. We are French for sure. We love France,
Of course,
and we are French before everything, but we are international, and we consider all the designers not from where they are coming from, but through what they are doing.
Great. Okay, now we'd like to know something about Vintage Shades. What made you select Vintage Shades to be a part of Première Classe?
I have Vintage Shades. It's a good example of new selection. Vintage Shades, we know this brand for the more commercial platform since a long time.
Absolutely.
And this is part of our selection and of our way to work to see every season things going on, progress, change and move to something more exclusive. So Vintage Shades was like a commercial brand during many years, bringing a style, qualitative, trendy, but creative, but maybe not exclusive. And one day, they showed me something very exclusive that I have not seen anywhere else. And this was the day of the selection for the second edition.
Right.
This is the perfect example to express that we never close the door and we have no prejudice.
Absolutely.
Coming from India. It's like coming from France. It's the same. It's just because it was an exclusive part of the collection that was interesting to add new values in this selection. This is really the process of selection. We see everything and we ask for receiving information. I never close the door because I see by experience, I know by experience that everybody can progress.
Absolutely. And you give that platform.
Exactly.
It's amazing. It's great. And could you share having vintage shades? What value does it add to Paris Fashion Week, to Premier Class?
That's why I explain you. The adding value is a product. I would say it's not the name. It's not the name of the collection. It's the product, and the adding value for buyers here to discover very exclusive pieces that they will not discover anywhere else.
Great.
This is my adding value. This
Great.
is the way for the buyers to keep in mind that here they will find something exclusive.
Right.
So they will come back next
Come
season.
back again next season. Yeah.
If
and
they
you have
see something
fantastic buyers from
if
all
they
over
see
the
something
world.
they have ever seen before, there is no reason to make this edition.
Great, great. Okay, and is there anything you'd like to share about Vintage Shades? We'd like to hear what you feel about them, or the founders, or your expression about the brands.
I said a few minutes ago, it's an example. It's a perfect example of the progression, and I would say that is. I would invite all the brands to do something like designers. I think that the designers of Vintage Shades, I suppose it's like satisfaction to present in Paris during the Fashion Week, because it makes sense. It's hard to say. There is a value of that for
Thank
that.
you. That's such a compliment. And if you had to describe Vintage Shades in 3 words, what would it be?
It's Indian spirit, contemporary and modern, qualitative and feminine.
Wow, thank you. And if you have to describe Premier Class in 3 words, and is there a synergy that you could put together with Premier Class and Vintage Shades?
Selective, Première Classe, selective. It's not only feminine, but I would say it's very exclusive and because we are very focused on the accessories. So in 3 words, it's selective, complete, and qualitative.
Qualitative, absolutely. And would you recommend Vintage Shades to other buyers?
Sure.
Yeah.
To everybody else.
Great, great.
You are, and there is something very special. But I would say, I am very proud of the selection of Première Classe. This is an hard work, and I'm very proud that it works. It's a good news for me.
Great. Anything else you'd like to share with India or?
About India, yes, I would share that I love India. We love India, and I'm very India. We have been, we used to receive. The factories from India, they are doing scarves, etc. A lot of, because you have a very specific know-how there, and there is a representation of this know-how in Paris, and there is some prejudice from India, lower price, blah blah blah. And I'm very proud to express that it's not like that. There is no prejudice to have.
Absolutely.
There is really exclusive know-how. There is exclusive fashion, and it's India is not. It's a country that is conking on the fashion market.
Great. Thank you very much for your
welcome.
time, and thank
You're
you for the
welcome.
special care and love that you have for us.
You're welcome.
And
Thank you.
it's a real pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.